on the 5th of February 2016, it was like any other days. We're going to work at that mine, Lily Mine. So just before 8, I personally heard a sound, a bang sound, not knowing what's happening because it's not usual. So I've seen a black smoke of dust going up. Then I've heard people screaming. So some of them, they came and explained that no, something has happened, but you cannot see because of the dark cloud of dust. So it's whereby the mine collapsed. And unfortunately, there was a ship container used as a lamp room where our 3 colleagues were working on that container. So unfortunately, it sank in that sinkhole till to date. So what happened next? There was a rescue team engaged to rescue the container because there were other 75 colleagues of ours who were at that time underground at the very, very lowest level, 13 level and level 10 east of the mine. So those 75 were rescued, fortunately. But unfortunately, the 3 who were working on top of the surface, they went underground with the container till to date. So during the rescue operations, the entrance of the mine where it collapsed was no longer used. So the department made the recommendations that no, because it is a standard in mining that we have to have 2 ways that goes underground. So they've created another one. And the one they were using during the rescue operation, and then it cracks, then it's whereby the department say, no, we need to halt the rescue operation because it's unsafe, it's unstable. So we recommend that the company Vantage must sink a new decline, which is the way that goes to the underground workings. The response for the company was that we haven't got funds to fund that project. Therefore, they've placed the companies under business rescue processes. A business rescue practitioner was appointed. Till to date, he's still appointed, but he has failed dismally to rescue the businesses. So a lot has happened. As organized labor, we've marched to the department on 2016 of DMR headquarters in Pretoria to demand intervention, because by that time nothing was happening, no communication as to how are we going to retrieve the container. There's no communication amongst ourselves and the company that when and how are they going to pay our outstanding monies and retrieve the container. There's also no communication amongst ourselves and the business rescue practitioners whom were told that the companies now are under his wings. So a lot of events happened that investors, they came 2016 and 2017, namely Galani Gold and African, but they withdraw to invest to these companies with reasons unknown to us, but only to the management of Vantage. So it's another question to be asked still, no response. So then they arrived this company, SABC Group. They say, no, we commit ourselves that we are not going only for gold. We commit ourselves to retrieve the container, to pay your outstanding owed by Vantage, and then we commit to absorb all the ex-employees back. So the management of Vantage took that SSC to the department to say that we have failed, we haven't got money. Therefore, we asked the department to transfer the mining rights, Section 11, from Vantage to this buyer. So that happened. This company now are in position of Section 11C, the mining rights. After that, they have to seal the deal by handing over the shares or signing the share certificate It's where the problem started, because the management of the very same company who made the mine to collapse, they refused. That's when they started the battles in court till to date. So since the collapse of the mine, 5 February 2016, our life has changed to worse. So we are abandoned by even our very own government, because since the collapse of the mine, there's no any form of assistance we did receive from the government. We as the ex-employees and the affected community, obvious, together with the families. So that is why, because of all of this, that is why we decided on the 30th of April 2019 to go and camp inside the mine. So we arrived on the 30th, targeting the following day, which was the 1st of May, and it's a Workers' Day. So our reason was that we haven't got the reason to celebrate Workers' Day somewhere else in South Africa or worldwide, while our 3 colleagues are still in that mine. We as Africans, we believe by getting closer to where we left them on the 5th of February, we'll celebrate with them in spirit. So we were there inside the mine. Before getting inside the mine, we requested permission from the business rescue and the management of Vantage. We've been denied to do so. So by force we get in, and we camp inside the mine. We explain to them, we write to Advocate Mkwena, the Director General, that this is what you are going to do, because you don't respond to us, you don't assist us, you don't communicate with us to explain a way forward, how the container, we are going to retrieve it, because the container is retrievable. It's not that we believe, it is not lower than 70 meters. That's where the container is. And we've got all the resources and experts in South Africa to retrieve the container. But nobody's answering to us what is holding our colleagues, our 3 colleagues, to come back to surface to their loved ones, because each and everyone who's working in this world, not in South Africa, when he goes to work, at the end of the shift or day, he must go back home. But those colleagues of ours are denied this opportunity for 4 years now. Then nobody's explaining as to are they doing overtime and so forth. Nobody, because nobody is talking to us. Nobody is responding to us, except only that company who are willing to reopen the mine. And them also, they are denied this opportunity to do so. So that is why we decided, as today we mark 272 days camping at that mine. Inside the mine, we've been removed, we've been served with a court order by the business rescue practitioners. He was no longer calling us ex-employees, but he's calling now us unlawful invaders. Because what you are saying, our position is that we need the container to be retrieved. Then that is our sin to the business rescue practitioners, to the management of the company and our government. So, in that court order, on that day, South African police officers, over 70 in total, fully armed, they came to us and they say they've brought the very same document, that court order. And I asked them to read that court order because it was served. I did receive it and I read it. It says everybody within the premises must move out. So I've asked the policemen that if we are here with this document, it states that everybody, what about those people up there, the mountain, referring to the illegal miners? Because they were there before us, and then we are following them because they've got permission to be inside the mine. The response from SAPS was that we are not coming after them, but you, people who are camping here, demanding the container to be retrieved. So then we've been harassed on the 14th of May by SAPS police officials. Even Sifisto's mother was mourning the death of her husband. Is normal. He was wearing those black clothes like our culture. He was also harassed. We've got audios of that meeting with SAPS officials. We've got footages of that harassment. So On the 20th of May, we've opened a case against SAPS that they assaulted us. But when we call the IP, there's no response. They do not respond to us when we ask developments. So these are some of the things that we are facing. So, like I've said, that today we've got 272 days camping. So what we do on daily basis, 5 o'clock in the morning, we pray, and then we've got planning meetings and give updates, and 12 midday we pray, and 7:30. So because our...
All right, Lily mine workers, they're talking about their plight. As you can hear the speaker, he was saying, as he says, since the collapse of the mine, they are engaging with Herman Mashaba, who calls this type of forum the People's Dialogue. He says it's a platform for South Africans to talk about a South Africa they want. We keep a close eye on that story. Keep it locked on the SABC News.